Good afternoon, guys. It's an absolutely motivated Thursday here, and I want to do something I don't usually do on the channel, and that's like talk about myself and my personal experiences. I like to usually use like celebrities or athletes as examples of how we should conduct ourselves when it comes to reaching goals, or how we should change our mindset when, once again, it helps us to reach goals or become like that person we want to become. I'm actually going to use like a self-anecdote today, and I kind of just want to talk about how boxing as a sport changed my life for the better and like life experiences that I took from it. So during COVID, right before COVID, I played soccer and I was really good at soccer. That was like my passion. That's what I wanted to do. I had plans of just playing on my high school team and maybe even in college, just stuff like that. I played a couple other sports, football, wrestling, just like that. And it always excited me. But then COVID happened. And obviously your school team shut down. You can't play. So my dad, my number one role model, what he always did in life was he boxed, and I had to stay in shape somehow. So that's where it all started. It started in my garage boxing, hitting a bag with my hitting a heavy bag with my dad. And maybe I'll add a little clip here to show you just how bad of a start that was. But just that little ounce of being shit and being asked at something and having to restart, it just sparked something for me. And the connection I was getting from the training that I was doing with my father, it just sparked something in me. Like I had a little chip on my shoulder. I felt like I was doing training that was meaningful. I felt like better with my movement, more confident. So long story short, eventually, a little bit after COVID, we ended up finding a gym in Harrisburg. It's called Capital Punishment Boxing Gym.
Three, two.
Harrisburg. It is legitimately the best boxing gym. We're talking amateur champs, junior Olympic champs, undefeated pros, and the best trainers you can ever get. Like that place is legitimately changed my life forever, and I'm forever grateful to them. I'll never forget the people I met there. There's an absolutely great team of guys, amateur boxers. I could go on for days, but I show up like 16 to a gym, and it's just a new experience for me. I've never been here in that type of environment, and I never felt that type of competitive nature that I was always seeking. That competitive nature, like you could cut the air in the room. Like it's love and respect, but at the end of the day, like everyone's there to just get better, and you're competing. So draw me to my first sparring session, and I get wiped. The floor gets wiped with me. I don't do too good. I got my ass beat. But it was just, I remember thinking like that night, like with a headache and like thoughts in my head of getting hit and it was whatever, like my body's beat up, I just don't feel good. I remember thinking, wow, how fucking grateful am I to have this experience. I just remember thinking like, not a lot of people in life get to be where I was at in that moment. Like with that level of realization, me eating my little recovery meal, like sitting with my thoughts, like I got such a sense of like self-euphoria. Like I knew me in the past, all that anger that I had in me, all that pent-up rage, all that desire to compete, everything that I was taking out in school when I was acting bad, everything that I was taking out in soccer when I would purposely get a penalty and knock somebody down, like I got to take it all out inside of a ring where at the end of the day, me and another man competed and we got to respect each other afterwards. Even if I got my fucking ass beat, and that's what's absolutely insane about the sport, is that I got to shoot out so many emotions. I got to compete in such a way and elevate myself that I started as I started boxing and as I got better, the better I got and I progressed, the better I mentally got. Like the less I wanted to do bad on the outside. I figured out the more consistent I was in the gym, the more consistent I was in my life. And look, obviously we have rough patches, and there were patches where I was away from the gym for a while. And if you add up those patches where I was away from the gym, I was also messing up more in school. I was also messing up more in my relationship. So the gym legitimately changed me, and boxing legitimately changed me forever, because the man you are when you walk in that gym is not gonna be the same man you are when you walk out. If you think you're the man and you're tough shit, and you step inside the gym and you find out you're really not, it changes you. But it's all a matter of perception. You can either take that and you can let it break you, and you could want to cry and be a different person, or you could get in that gym and train every day with a group of people with like-minded ideas and just some of the hardest workers you're ever going to meet, and brothers that you make through fighting, and you're just all forged by fire together. and you're just sharpening iron with iron, and it's just such a beautiful sport, and you meet such beautiful people, and like I genuinely wish that like every kid gets to experience this one day. Like I hope one day I can show my son, or I hope one day I can own a nonprofit gym just so I can get kids to experience that feeling of not just, it's not just releasing anger, but it's a beautiful like poetry emotion. I don't even know how to describe it unless you're doing it. But sparring and fighting, it's not just two grunts in the ring just knocking each other's heads off. It's so much more than that. As brutal as the sport can be, it's really poetic. And that brings me to one of my last points, and it's just that freeing nature of being yourself in the ring, like you can carry that outside. I was never extremely confident when I was young, and that led to some of my aggression and anger. So as I like tracked patterns in my life and I saw like where I was going, you can directly correlate how I acted before I started boxing to how I acted after boxing, simply due to that confidence that I grew in myself, that confidence that the gym instilled in me, that confidence that my father instilled in me, the confidence that learning instilled in me, the confidence that I felt to walk around unharmed. Things like that like genuinely changed my life, changed the way I act, changed the way I talk, changed the way I wanted to be in life, gave me new goals, showed me things that never existed. I got to meet so many new people that I never would have talked to before, good connections. I'm telling you, if you're going out there, like please try boxing. Boxing changed my life. It taught me so many lessons. One of the basic lessons taught me was like losing. Like you're gonna lose, and that you have to like get back down and get back up. Like it did not make me physically stronger to the point that nothing else would have. It made me mentally stronger to the fact that I could go to fucking Marine Corps boot camp training and not really have any issues, because I was so used to getting knocked down and getting back up, and it's just absolutely beautiful. The most beautiful thing about boxing, this would be my like last remark, I don't want to make my video too long, but the most beautiful thing about boxing in general is that not everybody that steps into that ring or that gym is going to leave there and become a champion. It's not how it works, not how the sport works. It's very competitive. Like you might end up being really good, and that's cool, but you might not be a champion. But if you can leave that gym 1,000 times better and leave that gym and become a champion of your own life, become a champion of the craft that you created, become a champion in being a father, become a champion in your career, become a champion in all aspects of your life, you already won. You're like, that's your belt. You don't need a WBO belt to tell you that you're the fucking champ. You're the champ if you've done all those things. If you genuinely left that place a better man than you were, I promise you, you're already winning. That's a very similar quote to my dad tells me, but I tell it to absolutely everybody. And I tell them that that's what you should take out of the sport. And it's not always that belt, but it's that title of becoming champion of life. It's really poetic at the end of the day. But yeah, I'll leave you guys with that. I want to tell so many more stories about boxing in general and like my life, but that's also a little bit of an introduction to things I did on the outside of here. I make a lot of like Marine Corps content and self-progression content, but I hope that I can share my story too. That's just like it's a brief glimpse into how boxing like really molded me into a better man and someone that can like take resiliency a lot better. All right, God bless.